to make the. Here's the Ichiros. This is a nice.
Those are all
lot.
Ichiros?
All Ichiros.
Just one pile?
Lot.
I think there's another pile.
Is there? I think so. Ichiro.
Guide, you're live on the air.
Hi, this is Scott Kelnhofer at Tuff magazine.
Yeah, how we doing tonight, Scott?
Very well.
First time tuning in?
First time caller, first time listener.
All right, man. All right. So I understand you guys have a big new radio station going over at Tuff Stuff.
Well, we have a kind of an audio radio program that airs on the website, and it's about an hour-long show that you can listen to anytime when you go on the website, and then it repeats itself every hour on the hour, and we update it once a week.
Interesting. So what can we expect to find there?
Well, for instance, last week, our first show, we had on representatives from Tops and Upper Deck talking about the early 2008 baseball card sets. And then we also had an interview on with Rob Veras, who's a dealer, and he offered some tips about how people can sell their cards. And the most recent show that just debuted today, we have representatives from Don Rasan talking about their new anti-counterfeiting technology. Evan Kaplan of the MLB Players Association is talking about one of their youth initiatives, and things of that nature. So it's kind of a mix of industry people. We have card company representatives, licensors. We have current and former athletes. We have an interview with Trent Dilfer on this week that we taped down at the Super Bowl show in Phoenix a few weeks back. So hopefully over the course of time, we'll have a wide variety of guests on that cover different aspects of the industry and the hobby.
Sounds great. So it sounds like a positive show for the hobby.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've got some things for newer people who collect newer material. We've got some topics of interest to veteran collectors. We try to answer questions once in a while from people about things in their collection that they're not sure. We had a person this week talk about some exhibit cards from the 40s and 50s that they got from their uncle, and they were looking for some information on those, and we were able to provide some insight on those. So definitely something that we hope that a casual collector might be able to pick up and learn some things that will help them get more interested in the hobby. Maybe someone who hasn't been collecting for a while will hear it and hear about some new things and get interested in that type of thing. So yeah, it's certainly one that we hope will encourage current collectors to collect more and encourage non-active collectors to get more involved in the hobby.
Yeah, well, we found with our show, because we've been on the air now for a little over a year, and what we have found is a lot of people have jumped back into the hobby that watch our show. I mean, I get over 1,000 emails a day, and a lot of times the emails will just say, Doc, thanks for doing what you're doing, and, I went up in my attic, or I went under my bed, and I pulled out my old cards, and I went to my local hobby store, and I got back into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how many people, even if they're not considered collectors right now, have some connection to the hobby. Either they collected when they were younger, or someone in their family collects, or it's not like you really have to sit down and really explain to people what it's all about. Most people, if they follow sports at all, have done collecting, even if it's just getting some packs of cards at an event in the past, or knowing someone who had a collection and looking through it and taking some time to kind of enjoy it. So it really is amazing that you can just talk about the hobby, and instantly a lot of people know what it is you're talking about, even if they don't know all the specifics of what's going on at that time in the industry. They're familiar with the activity and can tell a story of their own about it. And like you said, it often rekindles a little spark and a little interest to make them want to go double check what they have and look back at it and maybe think about buying some more stuff.
Absolutely. So the whole industry has changed quite a bit in the way people shop for cards and get around. How's Tuff Stuff handling that these days?
Well, it is a different market. I mean, we're just kind of kicking off our 25th year of publishing, and our company has owned Tuff Stuff for about 10 of those 25 years. And of course, we've done other sports collectible magazines over the years. And I remember when I started with the company in 1989. Sports Collectors Digest, which is still around and really our flagship publication, if you were buying and selling cards, you relied on SCD and to some extent the monthly publications as your one of your main venues for shopping. If you weren't buying cards at a show, you were looking at those ads to find out who had the the complete sets from the 70s for sale, or the single cards you needed, or the good deals on the vending boxes or vending cases or whatever you needed. And mail order was really one of the prime avenues of commerce in the industry at that time, pre-internet days, of course. And nowadays it really is, an internet world in terms of how people shop. And one of the advantages of that is it really makes it easy for people to specialize in certain things. If I have a passion for Seattle Pilots collectibles, I could have spent days and hours calling around the country trying to find a dealer at Seattle Pilots items.
Right.
Now it's just it's a search button and typing in the name and clicking the search button and seeing what happens.
I still like to pick up an SCD though and sit down and thumb through and go from front to back, and I could spend some time and I could get some good information.
Oh yeah, and that's that's the challenge with the publication world nowadays is you have to provide information that's not readily available anywhere else, and hopefully there are still people who rely on print ads for other information. It's not as if everyone just knows where to find things online. Sometimes you have to motivate people to go places. So the advertisers that are now still using print are doing it in conjunction with websites. Visit our website for more information on this. Even if they don't see something in your ad that is, specifically what they want at that time, they know that if they have a website, they can click on and find out if they, have other things in stock or a way to contact people with information about similar things. So, now most people use their print ads as an enhancement to what they're doing online. And, it's the same challenges in the show market, too. The show circuit does not have the number of events anymore because it's hard to draw people and it's hard to draw exhibitors, because even at the biggest shows around the country, the exhibitors don't bring all their best stuff anymore, or only bring a fraction of their material.
Right.
And they keep the other stuff back at the headquarters to sell online, but they do bring material out to kind of showcase some of the things they have and give people an idea of what they have, and then they give them the business card with their website address, and hopefully they hook up on the back end after that.
That's it. All right, well, listen, I want to wish you all the luck in the world on the new station. Now, if somebody wants to go and listen to some of your archives, they just go to toughstuff.com?
Toughstuff.com, and then on, I think it's on the left side of the page, there's a little icon for Sports Collecting Radio. And then once they're on there, another window will open, and then you just push the play button, and you'll hear that current week's show, cycling through every hour. And then at that point, if they want to listen to a previous show, they can go in our archive file and hear, at this point, there's just one show in there. But after that, after this week's show, a new show will air next week, and then at that point, we'll have this week's show go into the archive file and so on down the road. So, it's hopefully good listening for people, and again, it gives them a little more insight into things that's going on in the business, in the hobby, and hopefully, it gives them a chance to hear some people that they may read their names in the magazine, but not always know that much about them. They may know who the card company spokespeople are from different articles, but this gives them a chance to hear maybe some other explanations about what the manufacturers are doing or other people in the hobby.
Very cool. By the way, Bob Brill says hello.
Oh, okay.
Bob's part of our weekly show. He usually calls in earlier and gives his Brill report. Mm-hmm. But he's reporting tonight at KNX, so he couldn't be with us, but he said to make sure I say hello.
All right.
And, again, great to have you call in tonight. Again, wish you all the luck in the world on the news show. If there's anything we could do, you give us a holler, and we're on every Wednesday night live. And we go from 7 to 10, and then after 10 o'clock we do a little late-night thing. And that's pretty much every week.
Excellent.
All right?
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Maybe you could get out here in Jersey and join us one night.
It can't be any, it's got to be just as, or at least warmer. It's not too often in Jersey. It's probably in February. It sounds tropical, but I'm sure compared to what it is here tonight, it's nice and balmy.
Well, July and August is very good here, so that's a good time to come.
There you go.
All right, Scott. Take care now.
Thanks, guys.
That's Scott. He's the editor of Tough Stuff magazine, and everything's going website nowadays anyway. But they've got their new show going, and I thought it would be good to give them a little plug there and help them kick off. Maybe some of our viewers will go there and listen to their archive. Go ahead, you're live on the air.
Hi, this is FJT from Michigan.
Hey, what's happening tonight, man?